Hi, how are you? My name is Alex Sandoval. I'm the president in Juarez for the Mexican Financial Executives Institute. And today we're going to talk about the result of the IMEF Indicator, this indicator that tells how the economy in Mexico is moving during the month of March. The title, Expansion and Contrasts. Manufacturing and non-manufacturing indexes in March states that the first quarter was an expansion quarter for the economy. Data evolving along the data for growth had shown that 2024 and the first quarter specifically shows better data than the last quarter of 2023. We have to say also that there is a differentiation between both sectors, which might anticipate that there will be a change in the cycle, which means a lesser expansion this year, a deceleration. Specifically for the manufacturing index, it grew 4.3%, the largest growth in the last 7 years for a final result of 54.5 units. Both the trend cycle series and the adjustment for the size of companies grew, and the first one goes for 38 months in expansion, the other one 30 months in expansion. All of these might say that the first quarter began with a bad scenario, and in March it resulted highly positive, which implies a good quarter. For the non-manufacturing index, it decreased 0.6 points to 50.1 units. It's still over the threshold of 50 points. The cycle trend series stayed in the same position, 52.3 units, and the adjustment for company size decreased 1.3 units up to 53 points. Both of them still over the threshold of 50 points and showing 38 months for the first one, 31 months for the second one over that threshold. It implies that this sector keeps leading the economic dynamism, but in certain recent months might be lowering its pace of growth. All of the sub-indicators for the manufacturing index kept over or grew over the 50-point threshold. All of them grew. And for the non-manufacturing, almost all of them, besides delivery, stood over the 50-point threshold, and some of them lowered their position. I'm going to show you graphically the instance for these indicators, showing precisely the position of growth for both. Somehow some kind of deceleration here to the right of the screen for the non-manufacturing index, and an expansion, a very strong expansion during the month of March for the manufacturing index. Well, I'm gonna link this to the ISM, the Institute for Supply Management indicator for purchase manufacturing indicator, which states in a positive position after 16 months in contraction. It grew 2.5 points to 50.3 units, and it implies a good instance for the different subsectors. 9 of them are growing and over the expansion zone, and 6 of them are contracting, but all of them in the open questionnaire are answering at least optimistic perspectives to the near future or positive results in the recent data exposed. This is the March, this column shows the March index, and it shows variations, but most of them in positive trend. The graph finally shows, after a bad 2023, which is bad between quotes because it was a good year for the US economy, a recovery for this month of March. So basically, this is the information given by this IMEF indicator and the PMI for the Institute for Supply Management in the US, showing that the economy is still in good motion and probably will keep growing, maybe less than in 2023, but it will keep growing. This is the information we have. Thank you very much for your attention.